Thanksgiving week, guys. For those of you, my friends in Europe, happy Thursday. Thank you guys all for joining me. You see, I got my husband with me again today. He is a Wild Turkey fan, so it was given to have him along. Let me know what you guys are drinking. See who we got here to start out. We've got Chris Jenkins was first in here today. Cheers, Chris. Cheers, William Reynolds. It's good to see you, buddy. Hey, Marty, Whiskey Nose. It's good to see you, Marty. Cheers, Major Zero. I saw that you were out on Black Friday. There's no way I'm doing that anymore. I used to do it all the time, all the freaking time. Cheers, Brian. Slap Shots Roadhouse. Cheers, Scott. Fifth Quarter Tailgate. Make sure you guys, if you're not subscribed to these great channels, make sure you do. Scott, if you want to throw your link in here, I'm pretty sure you're a mod. Cheers, Christine Vasco. Oh, I looked at that Brown score before I jumped in here. Phew, that's rough. Cheers, Ben. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. There's like a friggin' cold going around. Who else? Hey, Adam. Cheers, Mr. Whiskey Shits. It's good to see you, Adam. Hey, Dave. Cheers to you. So I'm going to start by saying there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen these episodes, there will be some spoilers. I am a really big Bob's Burgers fan. I make you watch the episodes over and over and over again.
She goes to sleep with them.
Yeah, I go to sleep when I watch them.
If you haven't watched those episodes, they yell a lot in every episode.
He doesn't. Linda's voice keeps him up. I absolutely love it. So I knew everybody was going to be doing Wild Turkey today, or this week. It's a given. It's perfect for Thanksgiving. So I want to do a twist. So turn off your Wi-Fi. I'm getting a little bit of laggy. So I wanted to pair. So this is my top 5 Bob's Burgers Thanksgiving episodes. And I paired each one with a bottle from Wild Turkey. This is going to be fun. I'm curious to see if you guys have seen the episodes, if you agree with my list. Hey, cheers, Sugar Kitty. It's good to see you. We got Tater Dom in here. Here's David Bays. The other Vasco. Cheers, Mark. Hope you had a good holiday. Love the Bob's Burger crossover with Archer. I did watch that. I'm a big fan of the one that they did where they had everybody contribute to the episode. So all the art was really different. And hey, Robbie, cheers to you all the way from Ireland. It's good to see you, Robbie. Okay, so I got my palate warmed up. Your palate warmed up?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to get started? All right.
Sure.
Ready. Love freaking Bob's Burgers. Thanksgiving has the best songs. And I walk around on Thanksgiving singing the songs. I ain't gonna lie. I totally do. Totally do. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Do all the fun things YouTube loves. And we're going to get this rig rolling. Okay. Number 5 is the one that actually has one of my favorite songs. It is the Gail Makin' Bobsled episode.
That's not the Gravy Boat one.
That is no. But this is the one that is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for everybody. Except for Europeans. Starts the episode with a great song. So for that one, I better make sure my glass is empty. We're pairing that one. That's my number 5. We're pairing it with Wild Turkey 101 Rye. So this rye, I kind of wavered back and forth. Should I try Wild Turkey 101 Rye or should I try Old Forester Rye? And people recommended the Wild Turkey 101 Rye. And I do like it. I picked that one specifically for this episode because this is one of the few Thanksgiving episodes where the weather's bad. There's actually snow on the ground. They had a big snowstorm. And I get kind of like a little bit of a minty note on this.
101's good for cold weather.
I think it's, 101 rye is good for cold weather, I think.
Warms you up.
Hey, cheers, Jerry. Sip it on Weller Antique 107, also known as Ohio Juice, because we get a whole flipping lot of it. Prediction, rare breed will be the best. Alexander, you know me well. You know me well. Oh, you're sipping on the Boan new make. Nice. Very nice. Yes, Scott, I know. Same to you for the Nebraska loss yesterday.
Rub it in.
Same to you for the Nebraska loss. They played a great game. We deserve it. They played a great game. Cheers, Gandy Road. And Baker Drinks. You guys had a great stream last night. Cheers to you. So this episode I absolutely love. Gail is one of those relatives that you have that makes you absolutely freaking crazy, but you have to deal with. Like, just everything about her is absolutely nuts. She actually fakes a knee injury so that Bob has to go and get her, so she doesn't have to drive herself to Thanksgiving. And she thinks her boyfriend breaks up with her because he said he had to go spend Thanksgiving with his aunts, and he said that he gave me the oldest line in the book. And this one I actually like, though, because we learn Mr. Business's first name, her cat.
Did we?
Yeah, Mr. Jim Business.
Jim Business.
And Bob has to scat to get the cat down out of the tree. Christine says it is raining and then lake effect blizzard early this week. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, we were supposed to get snow originally in the forecast. Now it's just pouring rain outside today. Yeah, cheers, Donner. It's good to see you.
I used to live in Buffalo, so I know about that lake effect snow.
You do know about that lake effect snow.
It's
I originally went to college in Akron. And when I went, I'm from southeastern Ohio, moved up to Akron. Did not have a coat other than a denim jacket. Didn't have snow boots. And the first winter in Akron, it was when it was 34 below zero. And that was the temperature. It was 34 below zero and like foot of snow. And yeah, I learned real fast when you're in the Cleveland area, you need a coat.
Yep.
And gloves.
Yep.
And wellies and snow boots and a hat and
usually
long underwear.
Coveralls work better, but yeah.
Nebraska got about 2 inches of snow. I need some Lagavulin for putting up the Christmas decorations.
Very nice.
I am lucky that, not lucky. I'm unlucky that I kind of fractured my foot, but lucky that it got me out of doing any kind of decorations outside. We're going to look kind of sad this year for Christmas, but that's okay. Just outside the house. I already have the tree up. Yeah, I was totally not prepared, Christine, at all. So this episode, the entire thing takes place, and actually Bob's car ends up getting snowed in while he's picking up Gail. The snowplow goes by, completely buries the car. So he's got to pull her in a sled for several blocks to get back to the restaurant. And when the cat runs off, she immediately bounces up and takes off after the cat and realizes that she didn't actually have a knee injury. She's just faking it for attention. So it's funny. It's one of those, we all have that relative that it's like, you have to love them, but you really enjoy that you only have to see them once a year. Great reason to take a break from decorating the house. Now a drink. Who knows if I'll get back to decorating? That's all right. It'll be there tomorrow. It's not going anywhere. We still have a little bit of time. Buffalo is another level of snow as measured in feet.
It's not only measured in feet, but their bridges or the bridge height in Buffalo are measured from the curb because of the snow that they get. So being a truck driver, 12.8 might actually be 13.6 because they measured it from the curb height, because the snow lowers the clearance of the bridge.
Is Buffalo the place where there's the video of all the trucks and everybody getting stuck under the bridge?
No, that's North Carolina.
Oh, is that North Carolina? With the one where they're going like down and
they can't open the bridge.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the dog picks now to pick the noisiest toy that she owns. Tree won't go up until the week, and finally the Moravian star doesn't get lit until the 1st. Oh yeah, it is Advent next week.
Next week.
gosh, I got to get a Moravian star. The problem is the star for our tree. So we downsized. I decided last year I'm not freaking putting up another 8-foot tree and dealing with 2 hours of straightening all little branches, and then it never has enough lights on it. So I throw on a whole lot more lights, and I'm just not dealing with it. So I got a 4.5. Was it 4.5 foot tree?
Yeah.
It's 4.5.
She was trying to go for the Charlie Brown tree where it had like 3 branches on it.
Brown tree. But this one is 4.5 feet. It's got so it said it was flocked. So I knew it had snow on it. I didn't know it had glitter on it. So he walks in and it literally looks like a strip club in my living room because there's glitter from one end of the room to the other. The dog has glitter on him. It's a really pretty tree. It's got plenty of lights, but I do have to get a smaller star because the star that we have, the big one, is just going to take that tree right over. Yeah, you can get that loud toy away from her right now. That dog has so many stinking toys. Rochester, Syracuse, the places where they laugh at how little snow Buffalo gets. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, they get quite a bit.
They're further north,
yeah.
But it all depends on which way the wind flies. I mean, really, I tried.
Drink while decorating Baker drink. There you go. Oh, I have a 9-foot tree. It's a pain to put up. I bring down each piece one at a time as I work from home to assemble it. See, now that would be the smart thing to do. Instead, I'm like, when it comes time to take the tree down, which I'm no lie, I had that freaking tree up till May last year. I just did not want to deal with it.
Just saran wrap the tree.
I put
saran wrap the whole thing.
I got it back in the bag
downstairs.
and just drug the bag over to the basement stairs and pushed it down.
Just cut the saran wrap off. Ornaments are still on it. Lights are still on it.
That would have been a good way to do it. To take it up piece. I don't know how it never occurred to me just to take them up a piece at a time. Yeah, Gandy, you are absolutely right. So I thought about doing since I'm just doing a smaller tree, doing a live tree. And I asked somebody how much they were. And they're like, oh, they're like $50, $60 for a 4-foot tree. Like, you got to be kidding me. I can go on. Well, we could have gone at, we do live in front of a park that closes at night. We could have gone out back there and found a nice little tree. And
oh, you want me doing sketchy stuff?
Well, it's not. They're not one of my subscribers. They won't know. They won't know. I can't live without the star. I have Moravian ancestors. The cats have an interesting time with it. Oh yeah. I don't. Sugar Kitty, I would love advice from you on how you get cats to avoid a tree. My sister-in-law and my nephew wanted a cat and they got him a cat. Now it's going for the tree every time. They don't know what to do. Hey, cheers, E-Man. 9-foot tree doesn't fit down the stairs. The one I have comes in pieces and it's in a big tree bag and I slide it. There you go. Christine will join the tree house. They'll never freaking know. They close at dusk. They're back there at 8 in the morning. They'll never know. They'll never know. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't think my brother is going to go for any of that. But all right.
What?
Sugar Kitty. He is sacrificing basically some things to keep the cat out of the tree.
I have a feeling that would go like the Griswold Christmas.
Yeah.
Or then when you ended up with a squirrel in the house, and then Magner, 6-foot Magner going around chasing it.
My dog is taller than the tree we have. It just barely tops him, really. If he stretched, he could reach the top of the tree. I have a friend that when they built their new house, they built a Christmas tree closet. It's put in the closet fully decorated. That is freaking genius. Yes. Genius. Absolutely genius.
Saran wrap. That's what I'm saying. Ooh, maybe we could try one of those plastic. Well, you know how they do with the clothes? You put the clothes in like the vacuum bag, and it seals it up.
Like I do, or
I think that's $1 million idea right there.
And peppers and things.
Yeah,
like a vacuum seal bag.
Yeah, you just stack up your clothes, put the vacuum attached to it.
I mean, anything to save time, because that's a big reason why our tree was up until almost May, is because I didn't want to deal with it. Okay. You can grab, my husband, he's going to chase her down and get that toy away from her. Gizmo's never bothered a tree. He'll lay under it, but that's it. Yeah, this my brother got it's a younger kitten. It's probably not even a year old. So, hey, cheers, Richie. Cheers, Richie Z. It's good to see you. We don't give the tree decorated, but we leave it set up in the basement because I don't want to try to get it back into a bag or a box. Right there with you. And that was part of the problem. It took so long to get the tree up, and then it takes so long just to get it. Honestly, it's taking it down. I can usually motivate to get it up, but I just can't motivate to get it back down. She's over here now. Oh, goodness. Food saver tree. Yep, food saver tree. That's a good idea. God, I never thought a tree closet is a genius idea. And that's something when you're building a house you never think of. Yeah. So Sugar Kitty, our dog that passed away last summer, I couldn't put any like ball-shaped ornaments on the bottom of the tree because that dog was obsessed with balls and would go after them. And I found a couple broken. So it was always different ornaments on the bottom of the tree that I knew she wouldn't go for. All right. Clear our glasses here. Yeah, he still got water in his.
I'm trying.
All right. So the next one we're going to do here, number 4 on my list is Now We're Not Cooking with Gas. This is episode 10 or season 10, episode 8. So this one, Bob finally got a Riverbrook Lake Farms heritage turkey. So it's one of these fresh turkeys that costs like 3 times as much as a normal turkey. And this one, right as he's about to cook it, he finds out that morning that the gas is completely gone in the block. Now, they say the gas won't be on for a few days. That strikes me as crazy because I know, I think you guys know, anywhere you go, if the gas was actually, it had to be something big that the gas wouldn't be back on for 3 days because people would be losing their freaking mind. So he decides he's going to cook it outside in the alley using basically whatever he can find that'll burn. So they're finding like toothpicks from the neighbors and they're just rummaging through dumpsters trying to find things that will burn. And he gets visited from the fire department because they're not really big fans of burning a turkey in the middle of a city alley. So I picked for this one, since you're cooking a turkey that's a little special, you're also doing smoked turkey, which not everybody likes. I picked Russell's Reserve 10-year. So we're going to have some Russell's Reserve 10-year. I picked this one because this is a wild turkey. It's a little bit higher in price. And not everybody likes it. I'm not really a huge fan myself of Russell's 10. I have made it through this bottle. Hasn't been easy. I like other Russells. Don't get me wrong. I like the Russells, what we have at Wild Turkey, the single barrel rye. Mm-hmm. Love that one. I like the Russell single barrel. I just don't like the 10 that much. And we're like that. So we typically smoke a turkey at our house, and not everybody wants smoked turkey. It's just one of those things. Keeping everything high avoids Christmas ornament soccer. Yeah. A little bend it like Beckham over at Sugar Kitty's house with the Christmas ornaments. Hey, cheers, Alex Briere. It's good to see you. Hey, cheers, M. How are you doing, M? It's good to see you. So, this one is kind of, it just reminds me of smoking a turkey. It's the same with like deep fried turkey because like not everybody likes it. And I don't know why Russell's 10 does seem to get those reviews.
Do you not like a smoked turkey?
Well, the kids don't really care for it.
I thought we figured out that was your.
Well, I think it's my sister. I know my sister-in-law is going to watch, so I think it's actually her that doesn't like it because the kids don't like it. But the thing is, my nephew basically sat here on Christmas Day or on Thanksgiving Day and ate rolls with ranch dressing. And that was all he ate. So I don't think I'm going to look at him, for what I'm going to cook for dinner. My niece doesn't usually like to explore, but you're willing to do that. Christine reminded me, happy birthday, Jerry Black. It is. It's Jerry's birthday today. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy birthday. Should we sing?
I'll break the internet. I will. I just don't like this stuff.
It's not one of my favorite.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah, I actually like just the regular Wild Turkey 101 better than I like that one.
It's just. I mean, it's okay. It's slower. 45%. Let me know what you guys think for Russell's 10. If you like, yes or no, yay or nay. If you like it, don't like it. Hi, hanging AZ.
How are you now?
My favorite D-Gen from Upcountry. I kick it. Oh, there we go.
So, hanging AZ Wild Turkey 101 at one of the Irish clubs that we hang out in, and it is they consider that a well liquor. So
yeah, it's $3.
$3 a pour. So yeah, very nice.
Membership has its privileges. Yeah, it is light. It is. It's missing. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's
exactly.
Just, people pay a little more for the 10-year.
Yeah, because it's not bad.
It's just I think that was the perfect way to describe it. It's okay. It's a very okay whiskey. Not a fan. Mixer. Yeah, I don't think I'd call it. I mean, that's not what I call a mixer.
How much is in a bottle?
Oh, I'm thinking this one is like 50. It's 50, 60.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay 50, 60 for this again. I saw it. It's one of those I walked in. They had it. I used to defer Wild Turkey 101 to Jim Beam Black, but every time I have 101, it's better than I remember it being. Yeah, I like it. I agree. Yeah. I like the Russell single barrel, which is a higher proof. And actually, I didn't think I liked Russells because of the 10. And then I started having other Russells. I'm like, okay, well, it's just a 10 that I don't care for. Ooh, barbecue sauce is great for eating, not for drinking. It's one of those I keep on the shelf and give to people that really don't know a lot.
They just shoot it. Yeah, when they just shoot it, it's like,
yeah,
we're not going to bust out the $100 bottles if you're just not going to taste the whiskey.
That's my sister-in-law's boyfriend. Yeah.
I was like,
can I try the Gold Spot? Okay, yeah, you can try the Gold Spot.
Down the hatch. And I'm like,
no, you can't try anything else.
You just did that in front of my wife?
Yeah, you're not doing you're not trying anything else.
Stacy's going to kill you.
Not trying anything else, but. So I love, one of the reasons I love this episode is because you normally smoke a turkey for Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I frankly love having my oven completely free. It's really nice. I do have to get up. Usually get me up at 3 a.m. to spatchcock the turkey.
And then me and my father, Pops, we usually sit out in the garage from 4 o'clock in the morning till usually 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just sitting out in the garage drinking beers and having a couple of pours. One passes out and goes to sleep because it's so early in the morning. And then
cheers, Fredward. Well, we have an old school smoker too. Yeah, when I wanted to smoke her, and it was a funny thing, it's mine. I make him do all the work on it, but it's mine. But I wanted old school, so it's charcoal and like wood chunks.
Yeah, so if you're married out there and if your wife wants a smoker, that's going to come with a full lifetime of you cooking on that also.
Yeah. I do cook some. I cook chicken on it. I make good. You like my chicken? Yeah. The chicken that I make.
I mean, it's fun.
Everything else, I make Devin do it. Yeah, we do not chug Gold Spot. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the Shredword is drinking beer, watching South Park at a hotel in downtown Seattle. Good times. And Jerry is roughing it with some 2021 Old Forester birthday bourbon. I got Devin some birthday bourbon when we were at Old Forester.
Yeah, it was really good.
Russell's Reserve, was it? Okay, you guys are going to have to help me with the acronyms. Is that single barrel is good when it's good, but it's too inconsistent. Yeah, if that's what you mean, I have heard that. I've heard it's inconsistent. I like, yeah, this is, I liked I would do Wild Turkey rye, 101 rye, all day long over this one.
Now, the complaints about the Wild Turkey 101 that I have heard over the times that we have always, because we always drink that. I throw darts on Wednesday nights, and that's what me and the guys do. But anybody else that says anything, they're like, "Oh, it's too strong. It has no flavor." Well, then you're not really a whiskey drinker, because 101
it's got a ton of flavor, and
it's got a ton of flavor,
and it's 100 proof.
Yeah, so they're not used to drinking whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, the Bushmills 12. I like the Bushmills 12. I like that Marsala. Yeah, Emily agrees with me. She loves 101 rye. I really like it. I like the price on it as well. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Ready to go? All right, let's go. That one did not have any good songs in it, really, other than it had a Riverbrook Lake Heritage Turkey song, but it wasn't that great. Okay. Number 3 is the first Thanksgiving episode, which is an Indecent Thanksgiving Proposal, Season 3, Episode 5. This one is with one of my favorite that I was singing to you, and you're just like, on Thanksgiving Day, when I came down the stairs to the basement, you're like, oh God, because it's Pass the Cranberry Sauce. We're having mashed potatoes. Oh, the turkey looks great. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there. Everyone's thanking, the whole world's thanking us, thanking you, kill the turkey. Damn it, you can buy me an album. They have an album of all of these. Geez. All of these hits are on an album.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance, look up the Thanksgiving songs. They're entertaining.
They're hilarious. All right, so this one, Mr. Fish Odor, who is Bob's landlord, offers him a good amount off his rent. I think it's like 4 months free rent. 5 months free rent. You're right.
Heard it.
Yes. 5 months free rent if Linda and the kids pretend to be his family, because he's trying to hit on this woman who will only be a mistress. It's the only reason she's interested. So they get to pretend to be fish odors and be fancy and rich. So I'm like, okay, Mr. Fish Odor's pretty bougie. So we're going to be drinking some WB Saffel, because this is expensive. It's in a little bottle. This is bougie. This is bougie turkey. So we happened.
That actually came from the distillery.
This did. We got it at Wild Turkey. We actually went to Buffalo Trace that day. God bless her heart, my friend. I tried to tell her that the lines at Buffalo Trace get to be kind of crazy on Blanton's Day, and she didn't believe me because one of her friends went there on a weekday and it wasn't that bad. And yeah, they were 400 deep by the time we got there. So we went there instead. Let's see. Now I want a Manhattan. That does sound good. I do like a Manhattan. Can we agree that turkey is the least enjoyable part of Thanksgiving? I like the sides. Next year, I'm doing steak and crab legs. No, I like smoked turkey. I really like turkey itself. I would actually probably, I don't know if I'd pick it over steak. I would pick it. Oh God, I like crab legs too, but not for Thanksgiving. I would do steak and crab legs for Christmas all day long. Hey, cheers, Mr. Great Shot.
So smoking a turkey is, it's rough.
I'm assuming that is to probably a response to my singing. I am not, let me tell you, American Idol is not going to come calling. It is the smoker we got.
So it's got a belly in it that holds at least like a gallon and at least a gallon of water in the bottom of it.
Yeah, we have the Weber vertical smoker.
So yeah, it's a Weber vertical. You still got to maintain the flues to maintain the temperature. We do a brine, which we let it sit in a bucket to thaw out in a brine, and it sits there for at least 24 hours. And then
we try to get it 24 hours. It's 16 to 24 hours.
But then I also have an injector, so I fill that.
I got him the Beast.
Yeah, it's so you fill that with butter and rosemary and stuff like that.
You've done apple cider.
Apple cider vinegar. So anything that has an acid or anything that will actually break that down. Not about the singing, but the song.
It's Grammy worthy. Let me tell you, I love it. I love all of the songs. I love it.
So,
Mr. Great Shot does it. Yeah, he smokes turkey as well.
Yeah, turkey on a pit is good.
And honestly, I do. The turkey that we got the smoker that we got is old school. I wanted to go. I don't want to make it easy, so I'm like old school charcoal. And when at the time when we got it, I looked him up, and I'm like, okay, this is the one that the pro barbecue competition people recommend for a starter charcoal one. So we got that one. Oh, you've done smoked turkey. It's a lot of work when it's cold outside. Yeah, we've been known to move it right into the edge of the garage and put fans on it to kind of blow the smoke out of the garage. Just so they can have heaters.
And then a heater inside, so that way we don't.
And we have a probe for the turkey that you can take in the house, so it'll tell you the temp and everything. You don't have to be out there like the whole time.
No, I suffer.
He suffers greatly while I sleep in my nice cozy bed. And yeah, all my part is done. I have to get up and spatchcock the turkey, and then my part is done, and I walk away.
And white wine makes a good.
Oh, that would be really good.
White wine would has the acid in it too. Actually,
that would be really good. Yeah, if you're into like smoking turkeys or brisket and stuff, I got him this. It's called like, I know they have different versions. Isn't it called like Mr. Beast or something like that?
Well,
that's the dude. Yeah, it's something Beast. The Beast.
It's just the Beast.
It literally is this big heavy piece of like metal, and it looks like freaking plumbing.
Yeah. I mean, the tube on it's probably about it could probably hold about what's in this.
Yeah, it's like that long, and it's nice. It really is. But I was able to find and pick up both WD Saffel and Bonded Lillard. I have cracked either open yet. We have not cracked the Bonded Lillard. I really, really like this WD Saffel. I love the packaging. I love the kind of old timey packaging on it, with all the labels and the stickers. And it's a really good. It's a good bourbon too. Now, is it worth what we paid? I mean, I don't know. Let me tell you, I'd spent $50 on this before I would the Russell's 10. So, indecent Thanksgiving proposal episode. Bob still tries to do all the things that he normally does on Thanksgiving, which is including his toast. The problem is he and Lance the turkey kind of stumble on a bottle of absinthe in the kitchen, so he's drunk on absinthe the whole time. The turkey ends up getting shot because it turns out that Mr. Fish Odor's woman is like a quick draw. And they end up all coming clean and like, no, I'm not really married to Mr. Fish Odor. And of course he loses a chance with the girl because she's like, peace out.
Yeah. Peace
out, Bean Sprout. The Saffel is great. I like the 375 ml option. I really like it. See, you said floral shredward. I'm going to have to try it then. I'm going to have to try it. I really like floral notes in whiskey. Pan drippings go with a beautiful brown with the wine in it, very rich. Then I put a ton of drippings in the dressing. That sounds yummy. I make dressing with bacon and sausage and apples and onion and a buttload of sage. Jerry deep fries his turkey. So funny story, Jerry. The first house we moved into, not this one, but the one previously, the side of their house was melted. They had melted siding from trying to do a deep fried turkey one year.
Did it way too close to the house.
Way too close to the house. Way too close. Yeah, I like the 375s. I don't mind that. I do too. You know, it allows more people
to be able to afford it.
Yeah, to be able to afford it, and it increases your quantity. It gets it out to more people. Oh, Mr. Great Shot, you drink whatever you want, my friend. Ardbeg 10. I'm an Ardbeg fan. I got nothing wrong with Ardbeg.
Ardbeg's like a meal in itself.
Oh, you inject yours before frying. Yeah, that's what Devin injects all.
Definitely.
I remember when we did a brisket.
Especially when you're going to cook it for so long. I mean, frying it, obviously, you know, when you put it in there, it sears it so all the juices stay inside the turkey. But when you're smoking a turkey for a long period of time, it tends, you know, you definitely don't want it to dry out. So, yeah, injecting it especially for smoking it.
Do you remember what happened when we injected the brisket with red wine?
I forgot.
Well, I didn't as a clean red wine off the ceiling because we stuck it in one place and you hit the injector and it came out the other end and went straight up, and I'm like looking at red wine dripping off the ceiling.
Yeah.
Ardbeg 10 was my gateway into peated scotch. Mine was NO, and I still really love NO.
This WB Saffel.
I really like this.
Very creamy.
Hey, cheers, Top Dog.
It's creamy in the middle. It's got a little vanilla. You can taste the vanilla in it.
Oh, I'm on the wagon for a few weeks drinking ginger ale over here. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. There's a lot of good ginger ales to choose from. Must make an interesting HUD-1 form before buying the house. Damage disclosure, house melted siding before frying a turkey, and you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, they did replace it. They replaced it before they sold their house. Yes, I need to hit you up. I need to hit you up. I am so sorry. It has been a little bit crazy today.
I really like that WB Saffel.
I do too. I mean, and we haven't really hit this bottle very hard because it's one of those you kind of hide from yourself because I'm like, I'm not going to get this again. It's going to be really hard to get again. But I really, really like that one. God, it's all downhill from here. See, that's what you get for drinking like Mr. Fish or drinking all bougie. All right. You ready for the next one?
Sure.
Okay.
Is this my one? This is mine.
Yes. This is your song. Turkey in a Can. Season 4, episode 5. Devin loves the song in this, which is the gravy boat.
The gravy boat. It's not a Navy boat.
It's a gravy boat.
It's a gravy boat.
But you like it yeah, you think it's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's got some funny lines on it. So
I'm not singing it like Linda though. I'm sorry.
A ding, a ding. Oh, what's that sound? This is a really funny episode. They have the whole family staying over, including Gail and the cats, and they are cooking the turkey. They're cooking the turkey for Thanksgiving, and Tina wants to sit at the adults table, so she's practicing like wearing lipstick and wearing heels and being an adult. And they keep waking up to find the turkey in the toilet. And Bob's getting upset because Bob is doing a 3-day brine, which is called the father of the brine.
Father of the brine.
And he's getting upset. He's like, I'm going to be doing a 2-day brine, which is not as good as a 3-day brine. So he keeps buying turkeys. And but the second time this happened, he bought 2 turkeys. So he hid one in their walk-in cooler in their restaurant. And the whiskey I picked is because actually one of the best lines in this whole episode when they wake up and find out that both turkeys are in a different toilet. And that's where Tina comes in and says, a turkey in every toilet, only in America. Am I right? And so I picked Wild Turkey 101 for this one because this is the most
Wild Turkey 101.
No, it's one of the most versatile bourbons. It's good neat. It's good in cocktails. It's affordable. So you can have, multiple bottles. You got one in the kitchen, got one in the bar. It's just a really versatile whiskey. And I mean, you guys keep a bottle in the garage.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't have
They have a handle of Wild Turkey 101 in the garage for working on the bike. So I mean, it's just it is one that you could keep that.
Now we did drink the whole handle of Wild Turkey.
You did. You
So now we're working on a handle of the 1792.
Yes, you have which you're doing sparingly because that ain't cheap and easy to replace. Most people like I'd never seen a handle of 1792 until
I got where did we find that at?
Kentucky. Yeah. What was it? Party Source or was it? No. Yeah, it was. It was Party Source. Yeah, it was Party Source. It is Party Source. I agree. I completely agree. I absolutely love that man. I love the show. The
Swiss Army knife of whiskey.
The Swiss Army knife of whiskey. That is true. That is true. It's just so versatile. So that episode basically they keep accusing each other, keep getting upset about it, and Bob stays up the entire night stressing about this turkey. Stays up the whole night, finally cooks it, and is super excited. He finished the turkey. He falls asleep as he sits it down on the table, and it turns out he's the one who keeps putting the turkey in the toilet because he is having a problem because Tina's growing up and getting older. But there's a whole thing like where he's going to the store and the clerk keeps hitting on him, and it's really funny episode. It's got really clever music in it. It's one of those Thanksgiving songs obviously we still remember and can spout off at the top of our head. So it's almost my favorite episode. It really is.
Yeah, it's not typically a handle. Yeah, the 1792, but it is handle size because there's no actual handle. Yeah,
there's no actual handle, but it's
still a good looking bottle though.
It's ginormous.
It's a ginormous bottle. But
it is. Yes, it is handle worthy.
It is very handle worthy.
Handle worthy. I have a 750. We're always going to handle and refill the 750. You know, that's a freaking good idea. Why did we never think of that? We put the handle of Wild Turkey 101 in the garage, and that was the last we saw of that handle of Wild Turkey 101. You guys spent a lot of time in the garage working on the bike. You did. But I mean, it was an easy one to replace too. I mean, you go to the store, you're always going to find Wild Turkey 101. That's like I'm not big on going and
see, sugar you can get a bottle.
You can.
If we ever needed one. Yeah.
Your first whiskey got sick out in high school, Wild Turkey 101. Mine was SoCo, and I still can't drink it to this day.
Along with the bag of M&Ms, what was the thought process?
Oh, thank you, Marty. Thank you.
Multicolored, getting sick.
Oh, God. Oh, that sounds bad. That or Skittles sounds really bad. It's common around here. Yeah, we don't. 1792 itself tends to sell out pretty quick in Ohio. The only thing we have Weller a ton of, but I can go to the store and get Wild Turkey 101. And it reminds me, so we go to Texas Roadhouse or like Longhorn Steakhouse. See the peanuts. Yeah. Second you walk in that's what this reminds me of. Is the peanuts in the shell. Freaking peanuts in the shell. Hey, Paul. Cheers, Viking Bourbon.
Viking Bourbon. I don't know why I sang that.
You're getting a treadmill? Oh, I'm excited. I have a treadmill. It needs dusted. The dog takes up space. I actually do want to walk on it again. It's just, for those of you who I'm not basic friends with, I'd been kind of gimping around for a while, and he yelled at me to finally go to the doctor, and I finally did, and I have a stress fracture. So I'm in this lovely giant boot for the next
I'll throw it up
3 weeks. I'm not.
Just throw it up.
I am.
Everybody see it.
No, not that stretchy. Not quite that stretchy, but yeah. So I get to wear this level. I'm really hoping it doesn't snow because I get to wear this stupid boot for the next 3 weeks. And my toes are cold. Well, one side. My toes are cold. I need thicker socks. $55. That is a good deal. Let me tell you, Sugar Kitty, we run out. We might talk. Oh yeah, you hang the clothes on it. Yeah. We have a we actually do have a recumbent bike too. It's in the garage and it's holding up the camp chairs.
Yeah.
The folding camp chairs. You parked in the wrong spot. Now you're booted. Yeah, I overdid it on some stuff. And I kind of knew I was having some pain and he got on me to. So now I have to hear about it. He's right for the next 4 weeks. That's just good. I mean, it's peanutty.
Yeah.
But it's just good.
Tastes a little
peanut, vanilla, brown sugar, a little bit of spice.
You get the brown sugar on the nose.
See, I get it more on the palate. I get kind of some spice on the. I get more roasted peanuts and spice on the nose, but I do get that brown sugar is on the palate, along with like a little bit of spice, kind of like clove. Yeah. It's a really solid pour. I mean, ice, neat, cocktails, and it's cheap. What, $30? 30 something.
Yeah, this is a good idea. A good time of year to break out those exercise bikes and those treadmills.
Well, when your foot's not in a freaking boot, it definitely helps.
Still with one foot.
You want me to walk on the treadmill? I'm supposed to be off my feet.
Well, you can use the bike. Just push it hard, wait for it to come around, push it again.
In the garage. See me in the garage with my parka on, zipped up, because our garage ain't insulated. It's like 30 right now. So you have an actual, okay. So we actually, when we went to Ireland last time on a tour, we did a tour of Castle Ward in County Down, which is Winterfell. It's a setting for Winterfell for Game of Thrones. And they take you on a bike ride that was, what, 7 miles?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I had not been on a bike since I was in freaking high school. And they stuck us on these bikes. And this poor guide is having to wait on these out-of-shape Americans to kind of huff up the hill. And I mean, I was like quite a bit better shape than I am now, but still,
I did pretty good.
You did better. You did way better than me. You did way better than me. I did friggin' terrible. Of course, he's right. That goes without saying. Mark,
don't get me in trouble.
I liked you, man. Come on. At this point, I'm convinced the diet could be paused or urgent. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I can't. I have to stay off the, but because if I don't want to get a cortisone injection and that's their next step, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. I'm good on there. Bourbon always makes ice taste better.
That's like that should be on a t-shirt.
Can't be right. Yeah, it sucks to be kind of pinned down. I was starting to get into walking on the hiking trails behind our house with a dog, and not doing any of that. All right, you ready for number one?
Number one. This
is my favorite Bob's Burgers Thanksgiving episode is Dawn of the Peck. I freaking love this episode. So they're having one of these turkey trot runs. And Mr. Fishoder and Felix are organizing it. So he tells Felix to get 500 live turkeys for their turkey trot. It's like a running of the turkeys. And of course, Felix kind of is lazy about it. So he gets kind of some reject turkeys and some geese and some ducks and some chickens. And things go amiss. So what better wild turkey to have with this episode than my favorite?
Probably everybody else's
everybody is a wild turkey rare breed. This was just perfect. So they have it at Wonder Wharf. The run is at Wonder Wharf. Bob is upset because everybody wants to do the stupid turkey trot and nobody wants to actually have Thanksgiving. And so he stays home and gets drunk on bourbon. He calls it his daytime whiskey. And then starts dancing and singing to Donna Summers the whole day. So the whole episode is set to Donna Summers. And meanwhile, the kids are stuck on the scrambler and are waiting for the adults to save them. And they end up finally saving the kids, getting out of there on the tickle machine, which they didn't even know was running because it killed a guy, I guess, the week before. And they get to the grocery store because they get home and look for Bob, and he turns out he was drunk and decided he actually did need to cook turkey dinner. So he went to the grocery store to buy a turkey. They meet up with him there. And Linda saves the day because she realizes that the pecking order is off, and that's why the turkeys are attacking people. And so she headbutts every bird there and gets to the top of the pecking order. It's freaking hilarious. Absolutely love it. Love this episode. Oh, Jerry. Cheers to you, my friend. My favorite wild turkey is this rare breed. I love rare breed. You guys suggested rare breed. I tried it, and then I tried 101 at a pub, and I'm like, nope, rare breed. I know I'm bougie. I like my more expensive wild turkey. I just got a little bit more going on. Spicier.
Yeah.
A lot spicier. A little bit more proof on this one. I think it's a little higher proof. Yeah, it's 58.4. A little higher proof. A little bit different.
And it's got a little bit of a bite to it, but the flavors is really good.
Oh, cheers to you. Candy, I'm telling you got to watch it. It's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, it's on Hulu. I freaking love this show. It's one of those like adult cartoons, and I never really I like The Simpsons, and I never got into Family Guy. I started watching. I freaking love Bob's Burgers. I want like the Bob's Burgers freaking apron. I want the bunny ears. The turkey drop. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. Yes, everybody in Ohio knows the WKRP in Cincinnati turkey drop episode. That's a great show. And I love that show because the program director always went on vacation to Columbus. We live in Columbus. There's not that much to vacation here for.
The carnage.
Yeah. Oh, the humanity. Yeah, the pecking order.
Let's go.
Rare breed is bougie. Yeah. When it's compared to 101, because I think 101's what, like $30, $35.
Again, it's like at the club that one of the clubs that we.
They don't even carry rare breed at the Irish club, as it's too bougie. It's a $55 bourbon. We don't do that here. I do it. I like it a whole lot. Can't take the turkey funk. The name of the burgers are hilarious. Oh my God, Jerry, you're right. The name of the burgers and the name in the intro, the name that changes of the shop next to them that's always empty. Oh my God, we crack up. We like rewind it to see, because it's always Mort's, the mortician on one side, but it's always a shop on the other side. They can never keep a business in that changes every episode.
It was like the turkey's mouth or the counter. That was from the show.
Yep. That was Mickey's theory.
Yeah.
And Linda thought it was because they rejected Thanksgiving. And then, Teddy finally came in with the voice and reason. No, it's the pecking order. And she comes in and they have Cyclops, the one turkey with one eye that's leading the rampage against everybody. And they had they called in animal, so they closed the park. They locked everybody in, and animal control's up there, and they're like, "Who's in control? Animal control." And they get ran over. That is a great show.
It is a good show.
It is a funny show.
Just not one that you want to play at night when you fall asleep and you have somebody sleeping next to you. That's kind of a light sleeper.
Devin doesn't sleep well to Linda's voice.
It's horrible. Well, no, it's even What's the little boy's name again?
Oh, Gene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gene, because they're always
Do you want
young.
more of this? You want 101?
WB Saffel.
You want sap? Oh, you're talking about me being bougie. No,
This is probably my favorite out of all of them tonight. But
Oh,
so it would be Saffel for me. Be Saffel, Rare Breed, and then the Rye, and then 101. Those would be my top. It's just that's my personal preference. Now you got to put more in my glass.
I could see that. I could go either Rare Breed or Saffel.
I like the Rye because the Rye.
I love the Rye.
Yeah, the Rye just adds a different.
I'm a Rye fan.
It just goes very well with that. Ryan.
Alice's Restaurant on Thanksgiving. I don't know that, but you know what? I'm going to go look that up. A friend of mine, we have, it's more of a Christmas thing. No, it was New Year's.
Wait, Alice's Restaurant, isn't that what Flo?
Is that what, the Kiss My Grits, Flo, and that? Because that was a truck stop restaurant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's hot. Let me know, Mr. Great Shot. Let me know, Mark, if that's the same one. We gotta have certain things we do watch around the holidays, around Thanksgiving. Binge watch Bob's Burgers. I absolutely love the Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not often you have a show that has that many Thanksgiving episodes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have, and I do watch. I've got downloaded WKRP in Cincinnati, but you don't often get.
Oh, they make a Rare Breed Rye.
I have not had that, Jerry. But it's a good thing Christmas is coming up.
Oh.
I have not had the Rare Breed Rye. No, I picked up a couple bottles at the liquor store for this, and we were out of some things. And
Mr. Jiggs.
Hey, cheers, Mr. Jiggs. Happy holidays. Oh, David's saying Old Rippy 375, but rarest one, never had. I have not had that either. What do we watch? So we're almost out of time. I wanted to keep this in an hour because Kilco's coming up with his stream, and he's going to announce some winners with his giveaways. That was the Phoenix, the Mel's Diner. It was like a truck stop diner.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to watch that all the time. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the Thanksgiving episode. So Kilco's coming up at 7. I know Barry Chandler and the Shabine are going live at 7 as well. Mark your calendars. It's December. I want to say December 10th. Yes, December 10th. I am super excited. I'm having my first Christmas special. We're going to have... Ready? Brendan Carty from Cologne Distillery is going to be my guest. So Brendan's going to join me live from Ireland. And then I've got a couple other people that I'm inviting to come on. Yeah, everything back here.
Even the paintings.
Yeah, even the paintings are Cologne. I've got a couple of other people that I've shared Cologne with from other channels that are going to be joining me as well, because I thought it'd be a little bit more fun to have like a whole panel of people. So Brendan's going to be joining us live from Ireland. I'll probably try to keep it to an hour unless he wants to go longer. I'll try to be cognizant since it's going to be 11 o'clock in the Mourne Mountains. So mark your calendars for that. I am super excited. That's going to be such a fun episode. I'm so excited. I talk to him all the freaking time. That's why it kills me. Same as with Francis last week. I feel it's so weird. I feel like, we're old friends, even though I have actually never met the man in person. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to try to get it in before Christmas. We're going to have Anthony Sheehy from Irish Whiskey Auctions. And I'm going to try to do it before Christmas. If not, we'll do it the following week. But he runs an auction house, which is a secondary market for Irish whiskey. And a lot of people might not realize that's even a thing. So he's going to come on and kind of tell us about how everything operates and talk about his pub in Ireland. That he also owns a pub called Sheehy's that's in, I want to say Dundalk. I think it's in Dundalk. So I'm working on getting a date for that as well, as long as a couple other things. But make sure you go check out Kilco right now. Tell him I sent you, tell him I said hi. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you for joining me. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Sláinte.